Good time zones, everyone, and welcome to Friday. Oh, thank God we've made it. Welcome in to everybody. I do hope that everyone is doing okay. It's been a long week, hasn't it? I hope that everyone has managed to survive through to the end of the week alive and with some sanity intact to enjoy the weekend. And if you haven't still got any sanity, well, I guess you get to enjoy a crazy weekend instead then. I see that we have a Nuska and a Frauke and a True Purple and a Blast and a Red and a Raven and let me just double check because we're scrolling quite a lot because everybody's been having fun streaking through chat. Oh, and we have a Glam Pixie. Hello. And a Shadow and a TGM, and TGM's in need of a nap. Oh, you had a nap even. And during all of that, Raven arrived with a 185 stream streak. 185. Good grief. That's pretty much anything. That's the highest possible on the grounds that I'm pretty sure Raven's been streaking since they allowed him to actually start streaking. Meanwhile, True Purple is on a 50 stream streak, and Frauke is on a 55, and all of you are insane, and I love it for you. I love it for you. Wow, I love you all for it. So thank you very much, and just thank you to everyone. And Red, a crazy weekend. Would that possibly be due to something kicking off? Maybe? I have a sneaking suspicion. I think you are involved, and I am regretting that I don't actually know off by heart. And Glam Pixie has made it through an Earth Week and a cross-country air travel, so yes, that is a good week to survive both of those. Right. You know what? I'm not actually going to be hanging around here today. I have absolutely decided we are going squirrel. We are going full squirrel. You don't know about being involved anywhere? Okay, you're just going to have a crazy weekend. Awesome. I hope that your crazy weekend is fun, at least. Hey, Bo. Welcome in. So, the reason I am going west. Go west, young squirrel, go west. Is because I have plans. And because I'm going to probably spend the weekend elaborating on those plans, I've decided that I want to actually just go west and show you stuff before I then tinker the living heck out of things over the weekend. Life is squirrel there. Yes, we have reached day 222 of 2024. Hey, Mixcrewgun. You don't know what at work. Well, I think other than the large amount of squirrel that is probably about to happen today, you're probably in the right place. And we have a Pokemon in chat for those who are playing PCG. Don't mind me, I am just continuing to fly further, and ever further west. There are 2 events across 2 different games. You always grind those types of events out immediately. I do know that in Final Fantasy XIV, the summer event has just started, the full name of which has completely slipped my mind, as usual. But I'm sure that there are events going on in all... Moonfire Fair, that's the one. Thank you, Raven. I'm fairly sure that there are events in a great many different things. Now, what I would like to know is, where the heck am I? Okay, I am there. You mean War Thunder and Splatoon? Ah! I know they hold events. I do not know what they are. I have not played Splatoon since, goodness, early access of Splatoon 2, I think. At which point I got very confused, very bemused, and then actually completely forgot to actually play it ever again. Oh, hello, mountain. What can I say except mountain? However, we have reached the snowy biomes, which is a good start because this is nearly where I want to be. And now I need to go northeast. Or is it northwest? I do believe we are nearly there. I think Raven has an idea of what I'm tinkering with. Here we are. So I had a brief tinker. Nothing major yet. But this is something new. And now that I have arrived here, I can log the cam account in. And Nuska has caught the concept. We are into scope creep territory, also known as, what are we doing with this frozen mountain? And boy, is it a frozen mountain. It does help if the, thank you, if the world opens up. So, I've not done much yet, but I love the look of this region. I have been looking at this on a map. This is why I installed Blue Map, because it gave me the option to look at everywhere in the world that I had explored. And since we've been maintaining the maps for the entirety of what I class as Build Zone, I was able to fly around in that and pick out this area, which is refusing to load. Come on. And yes, we do have awesome music running today. So, this is where I am very much pondering. And by very much pondering, I am starting to think out what we're going to do with a frozen mountain quote library. This is where the library of quotes will go. And today is going to be tinkering the ever-living heck out of it, because I want to actually spend some time tidying up the hillside and the landscape and everything else, because there's going to be a lot of terraforming. And if I'm going to terraform the heck out of this, I might as well first make it so that you lot have a clue of what we're starting from, before I then go and completely change it all. What shall we do with a frozen mountain? What shall we do with a frozen mountain? What shall we do with a frozen mountain with a squirrel in it? Yep, that's the one. So today is probably going to involve quite a bit of removal of trees and reshaping of landscape and throwing together of initial ideas. Because, hey, squirrel. And knowing my luck, probably the occasional falling into murder snow. Because this hill is absolutely riddled with the stuff. But what I was looking at is, if I swap back to this view, this section of the hill, which is refusing to load, as always. Come on. There we are. Is a very sort of natural slope down from the heights. It's not very easy to see because there's trees everywhere. But I've been looking at it and thinking, you know, if someone were to put a gatehouse, say, up here, perhaps, built into the cliffside, they could run a path down through here and off in this direction, And I do seem to remember from looking at the map... Where is it? That if I keep going... Yes, if I follow this down a little bit, there should be a village just on the edge of the snowpack region. He says, there it is. So that's a perfect path coming away from our quote library, going through this forest, down the hill, and out to that area. Or at least it will be, once we've actually worked out a little bit of landscaping, an awful lot of terrain shaping, and squirrel. It's the server is struggling to provide the chunks, because, to be honest, Bobby has never seen them. I haven't been in this area with the cam account. Well, I haven't had the cam account here at all. The other interesting thing is there happens to be a nether portal down here. But yeah, we're not going to use that one. Once it's loaded the chunks, it's fine. And the chunks have all been predefined, so it's just actually getting them away from the server down to it. Or down to the computers. And into Bobby. It's just that is taking some time. Right. While we've been doing that, the trees have been falling apart. Which is exactly what I wanted. But yes, my intention is to clear a little bit of this landscape. Network bandwidth is screaming, yep, because the server is going, you want how many chunks, dude? Apparently my inventory is a little bit of a chaotic mess. Mostly because I brought some things with me for tinkering. Also, there's an awful lot of ice around here, so this is going to be a very interesting build. Right, snow, ice, dirt. That's the one for the dirt. And yes, there we are. And I think over here might be... Yes, there's the stone. That way I can carry on. So, yes. Well, welcome to Friday Plotting. Where we will be thinking about what we can do with silly landscaping. And hopefully not falling into the murder snow too often. I think I'm going to have to trim this landscape down a bit. If for no other reason than it kind of would look better. I mean, if you're going to do things for a reason, you might as well do them of, is it going to look better? Excellent. Well, yes, well... How much of this is murder snow? I mean, really? This is the problem. I still find it difficult to tell the difference between murder snow and normal. Which probably means this is going to end up being one of those streams where I end up nearly dying repeatedly due to snow. I mean, look at this. This sort of landscape is lovely, but not really what I want for trying to run a path down. Carry a bucket. Yeah, could do. Probably be easier and actually safer if I were to... Actually, hold on. How do I not have any leather boots? Something popping off. Oh, there is a whole new SMP starting up this weekend, and I wasn't sure if that was one you were involved in, Red. I honestly don't know the full list of people who were on that SMP very well, and so I wasn't sure. The alternative might be that you're really interested in watching pretty much everybody kicking off with their whole new SMP and watching it. It is, if I remember rightly, and I'm terrible with names, the Dragonfell SMP are starting Season 4. And that starts tomorrow. For those who might be interested, who know it. For those who aren't, well, you've just heard some information about something that you probably don't worry about. That's worse than Murder Snow. It is Elkhorn and a whole heap of other people, yes. Elkhorn is brand new to the SMP this season. That tree needs to go. Watch that whilst losing your soul. Figured given SMP that was only that. Yep. This is the problem. I'm not good with names. I'm terrible with information. I know that it starts, and I know Elkhorn's on it. And Melly. Minecraft Melly. Aha! Thank you, Glam Pixie. I probably should be trying to shout out these people, but I'm not entirely convinced I have enough buttons rigged for that. Right, let's see. So, we've cleared quite a bit of this. And if I swap back to this view, it kind of feels like this needs to be flattened. We can probably extend sideways, or just... Actually, then again... Actually... I wonder if we can keep this to this level, and use this and bring this round. Buttons rigged. Hashtag rigged. Oh look, we've got a Tim pole. Ooh, which I don't have. I have a lot of things rigged on a Stream Deck to allow me to do things in a hurry. I wonder. This is not my Silk Touch fire extinguisher. Let me rephrase that statement. This is not my Silk Touch fire extinguisher. Where's my Silk Touch fire extinguisher? There it is. Silky smooth. Yes, I'm aware. Random names. Go figure. It's me. It's easier to pick up blocks of snow than it is to pick up snowballs. You know what? I'm not even going to attempt to convert those back into blocks of snow. I don't really care. That's better. But what I'm thinking is this might make a very nice raised pathway leading up to a gatehouse, and with that lower level and this gap here, We could probably extend this through here and have it as either a bridge leading into it or a dang it, drawbridge. Yes. Wow. Welcome to Friday. My ability to speak is curtailed, missing, and broken. Last Jordan's ability to catch anything are non-existent, because of course everything is rigged against them. Very carefully chosen. Anything that Blast Jordan tries to catch is absolutely deliberately chosen so that they can't. If I bring this through here... The reason why I'm keeping the snow is because, well, as you can tell, we don't have any here. It would be useful to be able to put it back later. You're the one starting the concept, Blast. If you're going to start it, I'm going to play into it. That's better. If we look at this from the camera count again, you can see that that could be quite a nice ravine / hollow for a drawbridge, or even just a bridge of some... I was about to say, what just exploded over there, but it was a tree. What just exploded? A tree. Why is a tree exploding? Why not? It was on fire? Never go near a pine tree when it's on fire. They're quite explosive. Trees do explode. You have no idea how that Pokemon thing even works. That's alright, neither do I. I'm the one who's plugged it in. Basically, it's just Pokemon, but via a bot that sits in chat. You have the option to catch Pokemon, you have the option to ignore it, you have the option to buy balls. That really does sound disturbing when you say it out loud. And once you have Pokemon, you can actually enter them into arena fights against other people via the app at the bottom of screen. Or below chat, if you happen to be on a desktop browser, or there's actually a button somewhere if you're on mobile. Tip 1, it's always rigged when you try and catch Pokemon. Only if your name is Blast. I thought I left a bed in my inventory. I mean, I know I have this bad. Bad? I know I have this bad bed. It's bad, man. It's bad, man! I'm worried about what Blast is heading for. Right. Somewhere in here is the snow. There it is. Snow layers. No joke about that. I'm Batman. No, Batman. Right. Whee! Come fly with me as I crash into hills. Hello, zombie. Do I want to know what you're doing here? Just as long as you're just a zombie. I'm not in the mood to play with suicide shrubs. I don't think suicide shrubs in the snow... Suicide shrubs in the snow. That sounds like a very interesting piece of artwork. there was the meme of sad girl in the snow from one of the web comics for years, and I can't remember the name of it. I want to say Comedity. No, it wasn't Comedity. It was whichever one it was. Okay, Blast. Look after yourself and have a good weekend. Thank you, Mega Tokyo. Thank you, Raven. Been a while since I've thought about Mega Tokyo. Despite the fact that I have the Broken Mio poster in a frame on the wall. But that's upstairs, so I can't see it from here. Makes it harder to look at to get names. I think someone the other day was asking how do people... I don't think it was in this stream. I think it was in all these. How do people make things look natural by way of landscapes? And at the moment, I'm just flattening out the Minecraft stuff, because Minecraft doesn't look natural very well. That didn't work. I wanted to be on top of that tree, not inside it. Whee! Yeah, my goal is I'm going to start laying out stuff today and give you all an idea of what I'm thinking. Whoops. And then I'll probably disappear back to Castle Gordonstein next week while I start doing the layout of this a bit heavier over the next few weeks in the background before we come back here after Castle Gordonstein. Or when I get bored and I'm in dire need of doing something else, because squirrel. Let's see. Those two trees need to not... Nope, I missed. That didn't work in the slightest. It's always good when you miss the tree that you're aiming for. Like Hitchhiker's Guide. Aim for the ground and miss it. I aimed for a tree and missed it. What am I, George of the Jungle? Oh no, he hits them. George, Scott's off the jungle. Watch out for that. Oh, you managed to miss it anyway. See, the problem here is if we have a path coming down here, it goes nicely, and then we've got this rather large gap in the landscape. Except it's not a gap, because it's got all of these little ridiculous peaks, and then we want it to come down here between these trees. So it's how do we flatten this off to make it sane-ish to get up to here. I think that's going to mean removing quite a bit of this. And probably all of that. That one we can probably leave. And then this one will need to be lowered quite a bit, I think. Aimed at the mountain, did not miss, broke your arm. Well, yes, Screwy, but you will do stupid things like that with a mountain bike sometimes. And by stupid, I mean you were at least enjoying yourself until you broke your arm. Hopefully. Yeah, true. I should probably have added the word hopefully onto that. I mean, I hope you didn't enjoy breaking your arm. One would hope that breaking your arm was not an enjoyable element. I thought I saw a dog, but now I'm seeing things. You're having a blast. That was true until the mountain was rude to get a knockout out of the way. I mean, you could always comment that they were cycling around quite happily, enjoying yourself, and this mountain jumped out in front of me. How did I come up with my username? I have had the name Scotsman online for well over 30 years. I was involved in a group online playing a mud. And for those who don't know about muds, they're the thing that existed way, way back as a means of playing computer games online against each other. They were text-based and very, very slow. Yes. I was playing a mud. And I needed to pick a name for that. And went with Scotsman due to variety of familial backgrounds, including my own. And it's just been the name I've had ever since. Over Telnet. Yep. That's the one. Can't remember. Back when you had to connect computers by things that screeched at you over the phone lines. Good old 33.6 modems. Actually, I think mine started off as the 14.4. And so I have been using the nickname Scotsman for that long. And it has followed me from service to service. Ah, yes. Ah, the memories. Yes. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. It's followed me from service to service throughout that time. I think I was Scotsman on IRC. I've been Scotsman on LiveJournal. I was Scotsman on GeoCities. Yes. Spot all the things that no longer exist. And the UK part just started sneaking in when you couldn't get the name Scotsman. And it was like, well, I'm from the UK. Fine, I'll just have that bit. Because I didn't want to have a year on the end, like a great many people who pick their birth year or a significant year to them, because I've always known about risks of using computers in a variety of different ways, because equally, when I did attend university, we all had the option of having our own university email address, but I realised that if I used that, I'd lose it at the end of university, and so I set up my own email domain. The internet can't handle my birth year. Exactly. Minus 2.5 billion is kind of hard to have as an internet. Hey, CB. And we have a combi to catch. But, yeah, so I came out of university with my own internet domain and my own email address and a nickname that has stuck for 30-odd years. Actually, it might be longer than that now. 64-bit signed, yeah. 64-bit signed integer with a negative on the front. And I've just been using that username ever since. It is not what many people would consider the most imaginative of names, but then again, I don't need it to be. It is who I am. I am Scottish-ish. Birth year in BC or from absolute zero. Well, you see, the problem is defining things as absolute zero. If I existed before time itself, how how am I supposed to be? What is the year of 0? Woo, I caught it. I'm not sure I wanted to, but hey. Still trying to work out if I've actually managed to catch failed to catch enough things. Right, this was the hill that I was saying I probably needed to trim a lot of the edge off of. It's okay, I could be named Tadpole Milk. I have never worked out why the heck he went with the hat. I know he's explained it, but I still don't quite understand why. Time itself would be 0. Hello, Mad. Happy Friday. Welcome in. So if we're coming down from up there and wanting to go through here, yeah, that's got to go. Yeah, yes, this is a future new build, Mad. This is where we're going to be putting the frozen library, or whatever the heck we call it. Yeah, one slab wide hill. Yeah, that needs to go. Don't have a full name for it, and I'm spending a bit of time this evening just randomly meandering with chat and having a look at some of the landscaping and initial concept for where things will go before I then spend a few weeks pulling things together. Well, thank you for joining us, Red, and I hope you have a good weekend. And good luck with the two things that you were working on, Splatoon and War Thunder, I think you said it was. Oh god, I'm not leveling the whole mountain. I'm not that crazy. At least not this mountain. I'm basically trying to cut where... let me swap to the camera count again. So there's going to be a path coming down from here and heading off down this fairly natural slope with all the trees around it and heading off to a village that is just over the horizon. But there's all sorts of sections of hillside that really don't make sense. Ahem. For a path to be passing through. So this is just a little bit of work, starting to prep the landscape today and come up with ideas, discuss what I'm going to do, before I then head off into the distance, off-stream, and do loads of landscaping to prep for it. Because this is the sort of thing that I can do at weekends. You know, levelling hillsides, removing ridges, removing trees, flattening stuff. And then we can come back later, and we'll have a nice area for people to see me building. And probably about 1.5 trillion tons of stone, and dirt, and snow. Now the intention will be I am not going to be using stone for the actual build. But I have started thinking about what I want to do by way of shaping. So actually this is... Now that we've got enough of this... Alright, let's get rid of this mohawk. And then we'll start wandering back up the hill to the other thing that we're needing to do, which is start plotting out some of the shapes of the buildings. My intention is not to go with stone for this time, or this build. I'm thinking of going with deep slate and tough, and possibly highlights in copper, which probably means this is going to end up looking an awful lot like a Trials dungeon. Or rather, the colour scheme might look a lot like a Trials dungeon, and might also mean I'm just going to go back to the very first Trials dungeon that we found 2 weeks ago, and just rip every piece of material out of it. Because hey, if it's going to consist of 17.5 trillion tons of copper, I'm going to use it. Do not hand me a good supply of copper and not expect me to abuse it. Missed. Right. I think this... Oh. My inventory's full again. Ah. Ooh, I got some andesite out of that. That's useful. I got a single block of andesite out of that. That's not useful. One of these has dirt in it. There it is. I do not need sirens. Thank you. Whoops. Okay, we're already full of dirt. Did I leave a crafting bench here? Yes. Is it this one? No. This one? Yes. Right. There's some more dirt. Yeah. This is the thing. You can guarantee that section of hillside is going to be full of chests by the time I'm finished preparing the landscape. So we'll need to set up an Aldi around here as well. Chest monster incoming. Exactly. Or, if you allow for the fact that we have a plot, an Aldi incoming. Aldi's exactly. I mean, we have an Aldi in Gordonstein Ward. It is turning into the concept that we have now for large storage in a build area. After all, even a castle still has to have some sort of storage area. Let's see. This kind of feels like it might need to go down by one more. Hey, more sirens. Yay. I didn't do it. Just because I'm murdering a landscape doesn't mean you're supposed to send the police after me. Right. That's better. Now we've got a much clearer path down here. So what we'll probably do in the future is level off some of this so that, and bring this down more of the natural slope so that it goes down here, round here, through this hill that needs to be removed, and then straight through these trees. Because it can follow this landscape quite nicely, I think. That's going to need flattening off a bit. Interesting hill shape. Because that gives us a nice slope for a path up to the entrance to this area. As always, I'm trying to think about how to make this look good. Yeah, right. So I think that'll work, but let's work out Whoops. How to slip off the bed. I always knew I was going to fall out of bed. Let's get rid of the dirt and grass blocks, which we've gained because I'm running with a silk touch today. Right. Let's grab some stone brick. And go back to the top of that. So, where we've got the ramp reaching up to. And start thinking about a shape of what it's leading to. You haven't off by 1 in your spreadsheet because of me. My heart bleeds for you. I'm so sorry. I also have absolutely no way of proving otherwise. And it's not my fault. Nobody saw me do it. You can't prove anything. Whoops. Didn't mean to take those out. Well, I did, but I didn't. So if we've got the path coming to here, should we assume a 3 or a 5? How wide of a path do we want? 3 or 5? 3 seems quite nice. 5 might need this. I just want to know how... Why do you think there are so many sirens going past McScrugan? I am secretly Lupin the Third. Now, if only I could find out where Jigen was. I think this will need to... It's either that or we move it. Actually, that might work. If we put the 5th one here, then what we'll do is we'll probably put an embankment side here. So... and for those who don't know who Lupin the Third is, you've clearly missed some fun in the past. Right, let's assume embankment lifting up this side because it's far more brutal than the other side. This side is nicely sloped. Water bottle is filled with alcohol. No, I am being good today. There is no booze involved. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it would be here for the other side of the path. So we're going to have a path and a footbridge, drawbridge, something, and a pinnerkin. Ooh, I haven't got that. I'm behaving myself? Blasphemy. It does happen. Occasionally I have been known to be good. Nobody's asked what I've been good at, but, right, let's see. 5 plus 1 plus 1. I think we'll leave 2 either side of this path. And start building... or assume that there will be a building here. Or an entranceway of some form. This is going to mean that I will need to dig into this mountain. How hollow is this mountain? Okay, that's not too bad. Whoop, that's bad. Where did that come from? I swear that cave wasn't there 2 seconds ago. Am I about to find more cave with my cave? I have this sudden urge to look down and double check that we're not over an ancient city. Or a deep dark, or something. Is there a deep dark involved? If we have deep dark, I'm just going home. Glow squid, much lava. And... okay, deep slate. Smegging huge cavern. My god. I found some cave. Okay, we don't have a deep dark by the looks of it. We do have a few giant caves, but they're way deep, so that might not be a problem. There seem to be quite a lot of geodes. I mean, there's one over there, and there's one in the cave, and oh hey, we've got a dungeon. What do we got? It is skeleton spawner. None of this I will remember where it is because, to be honest, I'm cheating the ever-living heck out of things by even looking at this. But mostly I'm just wanting to find out how much of the world I'm going to have to refill. Wait a minute, where am I? Up here. Okay, so it's going to be this ravine that's going to drive me crazy. Whoops, I've gone outside the hill. And a few small noodle caves. Okay, nothing major, nothing horrific. Some of them are flooded. Do I want to know what that is? Do I want to know what that is? I'm assuming that that's murder snow. So much noodle. Powder snow. Yep, murder snow it is then. The interesting thing is this little hole in the world here that really isn't that little and apparently has a witch. Which witch are you? Which witch? Yeah, I'm going to have to be careful with how I build around here. Hello, Landstrad. Welcome in. And... hail hydrate. And... whoop. Attempts to put the pixie in a jar. Why is there a pixie in a jar? And I need to stretch as well. Ooh. Thank you very much for that, Landstrad. Everyone remember to stretch.
I know you're a monster.
Ah, the monster emote. Legend of Zelda reference. Aha. Right, let's go back to me. Because I am clearly the most important thing around here. And if anything is more important than my ego, I want it found and shot. What's that a quote from? Because that actually, I think that one is a quote from something. Alright. So, I think I'm still one lower. That's better. It's dangerous to go alone. Here, take this. Hey, listen! Points at several cats who are definitely more important. That's because cat. They are all shapeshifters and they are all actually dragons. I was up there, and now I'm not. Like the hungry monster staring at you because his bowl is empty. Yep. That bowl has never ever had anything in it, Frauke. That's not exactly the shape I'm looking for. Oh yes, this is where concept B starts coming to mind. Because of course, if I'm going to have many concepts, I have many concepts in mind. I was having a look at some concept art. That sounds right, CB. Excuse me. I'm trying to think here. I do not need a suicide shrub to distract my train of thought. It's perfectly happily distracted of its own free will and volition. Thank you very much. What was I thinking? Yes, I know. It's the subtitle of this stream on a regular basis. Oh yes. So there was a concept art piece that I was looking at, which was a pair of dwarven statues either side of a circular door. Now I was wondering if that might be an interesting concept to have as the major arch, as the major sort of doorway type around here. Not hobbit hole type, I'm thinking really something solid, possibly copper, giant copper doorway with the intention of it sliding open sideways. And then we would have the drawbridge leading up to it, and then maybe just a little flap that pops down over the gap that the door leaves. At which point, this shape is not right. But then, that sort of thing might be better at the major doorway that I want to have up here, between a pair of giant towers. But then again, I don't think I can do justice with that one. So let's not. I've managed to talk myself in and out of a concept in less than 2 minutes. It's always good. It's always good to be flexible with your concepts. If you're not flexible with your concepts, you're going to have trouble in life. Right. Oh, the hokey cokey. Hello, Tor. Welcome in. I already did the stretch. Knees bend, arms stretch, rah, rah, rah. So if we do that, and come to here, might as well grab the free gunpowder that we've gotten. Alright, so here, 2, 1. Wait, that's the dirt that I just took out. How's the reading coming along? I'm not even sure I know what I've been reading. I've forgotten again. I just finished reading a Steve McHugh book all about vampires. And no, I'm not. Yeah, I've actually been reading as opposed to listening to ebooks for the last few days. So I'm actually back at a book called The Ark. Not the one that the TV series is based on. So if I do that... Yeah, I've gone full squirrel on my reading again. So if we did that, we could have a pair of... Hello, Elkhorn. Welcome in. We were talking about you earlier. Yeah, I don't want to miss out on Spike reading at me, because I kind of have other trains of thought. Yes, Elkhorn. Oh dear. It's your own fault. If you will go joining a new SMP that starts this weekend. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to dig this into the hill a little. Five. So if we've got that, and what I'm probably going to do is have this here, and let's put that here as an indication of... Actually, let's grab something other than stone. We were wondering what the birth of the universe was like, and Scots was not around at that time, but you must have... I mean, both of us were around. Elkhorn was in one area, and I was in a different one. This looks like murder snow. Bah. Do do ya da da ya da dee da da ba do. This is the other reason for having a lot of spruce that I've chopped down. I think the spruce will go nicely against some of the dark oak. Some of the darker colours of the deep slate over time. Excuse me, I'd like not to be in the snow. I'm going to use this as a step in for other thing. So that might be where I have tough, and this might be where I have deep slate. Did you expect any other sort of comment there, though, Elkhorn? I mean, really? It is, after all, screwy. Ooh, free gravel. And we have a Joltik. Inspired by the... Oh, yes. The Robotech one. Right, let's see. So I was going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which would be you and you as being my next bits. Are these aligned? Yes. So if we do that, we probably want to have the same on this side. There. Yeah, here. And which means that this needs to come to here. So that's the first one. Hey, Chris. Welcome in. So that's the first... Well, actually, do I want to... I'm tempted to make this asymmetric. Ooh, that's getting dangerous. I'm tempted to make this asymmetric and have more on this side of the hill and less on this side, and just have it stop on this side. That might be more interesting. You have a nice warm MSQ if you want it. You see, MSQ is the sort of thing that I never notice. Hiding behind an MSQ is exactly where I will never see anything, and thank you for reminding me about food. Yeah, I'm thinking bring that up on that side and that side, but not have anything going out further than the cliff. Oops. And let's go back to see me falling asleep. Italian game. Ooh, awesome. Is there an audio desync? I should hope not. Let me try something. I'm seeing block noises in my VU meter that are in line with the movements on screen. Space Musketeer Bismarck. Saber Rider and the Star Sheriffs. Goodness, I don't know that one. Block noises are right for you. That might need a refresh then, Raven. Okay. Oh yeah, I think we could do something with this. So we have the entrance here. We've got a pillar leading up here and a pillar leading up here. And we'll probably have some sort of brutalistic, you know, dwarven topping to it. I mean, if I was properly doing this dwarven, I'd have recessed the whole lot into the mountain by about a dozen blocks. And we'd be here for about 7 eternities trying to actually get this dug out. Which is partially why we're doing thinking now, because then I've got time to do the 7 eternities worth of digging. So if we've got... is that the right sort of height? Yes, it is. That's going to feel really... I don't know, actually that might not be bad. Yeah, CB, this is the version of thinking which is I'm going to sketch out things on the landscape and then I'm going to spend several weeks digging up the landscape off stream. And then you'll suddenly come back and the whole hill will look very different. You are just outside of view range. Dang it. Right. What height are you? 137. What height are you? 137. Well, hey! I did get these 2 blocks to the right height. My landing and parkour skills are sorely lacking, however. And I'm out of stone. It's alright, I brought a load with me. Just so I could do things like that. Now this is, as I say, this is all being thought out in brick. But the intention is I'm going to go with deep slate, and possibly at some point I might go to blackstone on some of the highlights. 137. Remind you of monastery ruins in Hungary. Ooh, I may have to go searching for that as a key phrase. Premonte. Okay, I'm gonna make a note of that in Discord because I want to look that one up. Thank you. It may be one that I've already seen. I don't know. I've seen a lot of weird monasteries over the years. Hey, Loopy. Actually, I think Loopy's... Has Loopy been here for a while, or am I... Ow! Or am I just losing it? I mean, I just lost it by falling off of the cliff. And by cliff, I mean building I'm shaping. So what I'm thinking is we can probably bring this out towards the top. Losing it implies I had it. Well, you've been here for a while, just busy doing busy things. Well, busy and doing busy things is absolutely necessary. Right, I need to be over there. Missed! Well, at least I didn't end up in murder snow. How do I get back up there? Doesn't matter if I remove all of this. I'm going to end up removing it to put building in front of it at some point. Right, let's think about this in the other direction. Okay, so... if that's our midpoint, we go 1, 2, 3, 4 from the midpoint. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to need to counter for... I hope not. I really hope not. There. And then we put 3 in front, and I need to put another... hold on, where's my stone brick? 2... and 2... and I'm right. Alright. Ooh. I could have fun with this shape. I reckon that shape would look quite nice. So if I bring this in, we've got a nice sort of... yeah, I think that could be quite fun. And we can have the archway here sort of have several layers to become wider and thicker and be a really nicely developed arch. And then what we might do is just extend the hillside actually just to cover the top of this. so that this then becomes sort of more dwarven and embedded into it instead of... well, actually, I don't know. I've got two options. We could extend the hillside to link up with the top of this. Or we could put a... Ooh, actually, that might work. Whoops, hold on. We've got the hillside here. I could take this up and then have this particular section be a tower. So if we did... Hold on. Let's see. If I do that... what's a 5 wide circle shape? Yeah. Images. I just need a 5 wide circle. Oh, is that it? Oh, okay. It's just 3, 3, 3, and 3. There's absolutely nothing of difficulty there. It's just that. At which point, I would probably invest in some stairs. Do I have a... No, I don't. Why do I not have... Because I'm mocking this out in solid blocks. Okay, let's not get into messing with anything other than solid blocks at this point, because that would just be silly. How many deaths are we at? Due to powdered snow, or in general over the entirety of the server? I haven't had any new deaths, so we're fine. And I haven't actually popped any party poppers since yesterday's mistake of having a chat with an iron golem by accident. I didn't mean to. It was just it was a mean iron golem. He didn't like me trying to actually build him remove the staircase over his head. Yesterday's pop was fun. Ha! You would not believe the grief I got from the... I'm at 0 for powdered snow so far. I haven't even fallen into any yet, surprisingly. It's my absolute fear, but I haven't found any yet. Where are you? 147. 2 more. I think this side of the hill so far doesn't seem to have much. Ooh, that looks imposing. We should make... But from here it looks too short. What the heck's that? That would be a murder goat. And that would be me missing the landing. Oh hey, I've got scaffolding with me. Why didn't I realise that like 20 minutes ago? Ah yes, I forgot to mention, when I was scouting this area out, the top of this hill is basically goat playground. Whee! So many goats. And we have an Ursang. Ursarang? Oh. It's alright. It's just as well I had it. But yes, this area is many, many goats. So, see, look at this. They're all jumping around. I'm half expecting to end up... if I don't end up being attacked by powdered snow, I'm likely to end up being attacked by at least a murder goat. Attempting to shove me to my death. Yep. Right, let's bring the camera count down to road level. I need that. That's not a stone block. 1, 2, 3. That's too many. There. That would be a good companion for the cliffside murder hobo. I should have a goat as the head of the monastery. I will definitely be having the goats around here somewhere. I'm not having a building like this with that many goats around and not doing something with it. 49. One too many. Off by 1 error. Ow. There will be many, many pieces of lore added to this area. Goat head statue on a wall face. Ooh, that's a thought. And we've hit 300 falls. Kind of surprised it's only 300. Also, 300 for falls seems... I feel like I should be yelling, "This is squirrel!" And I would fall 300 times, and I would splat 300 more, just to be the Scots who landed on a lot of things that hurt some more. People stopped keeping track after a while. It happens. Oops. I should probably eat. I'm sure it'll go in phases and waves. It depends on how much I end up collapsing off of things, particularly on a build like this. Especially if we have to consider a goat yeet counter. A goat yeet counter. Now there's a statement. Glowy eyes might be too evil for the library. Yeah, you're probably right there. Ooh. That's looking awesome. That's starting to be the sort of shape. So we could bring that quite nicely. But evil. Knowledge is not evil. Yes, but have you seen some of the quotes? That's interesting. We'll probably have to extend this cliff forwards a bit. I'm going to have a wall that wide over the path and the arch, put the goat bust there. Well, this is, I will state, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is just the road entrance. This is not the main. This is not the main keep. This is just the road entrance. The main keep is the one that I have a little bit of of shaping already starting to be here. And this is going to extend down into the hillside. But still, I think the other problem might be the scale of it. I don't know how to... I mean, what we could do is maybe take this section of hillside and make it here. And actually have it coming out of the hill. Every little thing. Right, I need to think in... I need to think downwards. If ever there was a statement that is so me, I need to think downwards is probably one of those things that just ends up happening around here. At what point do we hit that level? That height. And then we came down there, and then... Okay, that feels like it's too low, so I might need to raise that by a couple. Yeah, that height feels better. I'm gonna need you back in a minute. And you. I keep throwing my blocks off the cliff. Every little bit. What? No, you're not needed. Let's collect these, and then I need to go and sleep, apparently. Ooh, that looks suitably ominous. I quite like that. Particularly if we have the back section of that side sorted as well. So if I bring this down, I need to... I may have to fight with the cliff a bit. Ooh, that's so close. What height are you? 141. It's not actually a huge amount of cliff to fight with there. That's good. I didn't want to have to fight with Cliff. Or Frank. That's not what I wanted to put there. Right. You are there? Yes. And like so, and like so. And what I want to do is have this come across here. Is that right? Oh, no, that should be one back. I mean, the odds are that there will actually be blocks there anyway, because it'll be supporting this, but... Hold on. No, that's right. I thought I had an off by one error there for a minute. I don't. because it does that. Ooh. I like that shaping. That's got the sort of brutal, solid, heavy feel that I want from this. And what we can do is let's bring this up by a couple. So what I want is there will be the circle in the middle here. So let's see, where's the midpoint? There. Let's go down 2. One, 2. That works. That works. 3. At which point that, and that. So this is not necessarily a Temple of the Eye. Ah! Nope, missed! Falling! This is not a Temple of the Eye, but I might bring in some of the concepts a little. Thank you, Loopy. It's, as I say, we're just blocking out shapes a little at the moment. Here we are. There. Take you out. Bring this up. What I might end up doing is recess. Oh, I don't know. Might not need. I was going to say I might recess the circle, but I'm not sure I need to. What I will need to do is swap those blocks for those blocks. Did I drop that? Yes, I did. Of course I did. Ow. And then I dropped me. So many droppings. Yeah, I think I will end up, when I actually build this, I will recess the ring and the circle by a block. So let's actually just bring in... Right, come here. So what I would do is I would have you, and you. If I do this, and then we take out those 3, and that one, and those 2, and that one, and what I'll probably do is, yes, that makes more sense. Did I drop a block, or did I catch it? I don't know, but a couple of pieces of scaffolding are all over the floor, so... Hello, motorbike. Oh yes, that's better. If we have a look at the camera count again, you can see that having the circle recessed actually could be quite nice. And helps give this a very interesting and solid feel. And that sort of circular shape is something I want to bring into the design of the big towers, because this is just the small tower. I know that seems a little bit disturbing. If this is the small one, what's the large one's going to look like? And the answer to that is large. What else? Bigger. Yes, exactly. Oh, that's convenient. And we have a granbull. What's a do I have a granbull? Yes, I do. Oh, and I missed it. Oh well. You come down to there. You come... Well, okay, you stop there. Bigger, better, faster, stronger. Something like that. Certainly bigger, more ominous, and definitely with lots more detail. AKA one of my builds. Right, so let's see. If I'm doing this, I need... 1, 2, yeah, 1, 2. Yeah. 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 We need a concrete plant for this build. Time to break out the shading. Oh god. I'm not sure I want to go with concrete. As I say, my intention is to use deep slate for a lot of the color scheme of this build, and tough, which is why there may be a lot of destruction of a vault. This may end up in a lot of vaulting, or a lot of vault murder. Here we find Scotsman murdering a vault solely for large amounts of materials. Yeah. Sorry, Raven. I maybe a tad slow. It's been a long day. Ooh. Yes. Right. That's revolting. Yeah. Look, even Mojang already did that joke. 2, 2, 1. Yes. When you open, I think, advancements, Minecraft, adventure. Yes. Unlock an ominous vault with an ominous trial key is called revolting. Read the power signal of a chiseled bookshelf using a comparator. Never done that one. I have not looked at a parrot through a spyglass, and I have not looked at a ghast through a spyglass. Kill a breeze. Oh, that one. I saw this one existed. Kill a breeze with a deflected breeze shot wind charge. That's like Return to Sender, the evil edition. Available now. Return to Sender. With all of your sanity removed. Alright, let's get rid of the snow that I've been slowly building up. Yeesh. And do I have a... Oh, that's a ahem. Today on Auto Mod, having fun with that one, Auto Mod, aren't you? You should have known it was going to fall foul of that one, Loopy. Today on, I did not think that one through. Yep. Don't worry, we've all had that day. I have that day every time I open my mouth on stream. I missed. I'm fairly sure that, as commented the other day, and I believe somebody clipped it, I open my mouth just so that you can clip it. Not you, you're always innocent. Yeah. Yeah, CB. Excuse me while I would press X to doubt, but the keyboard for chat is to my right. X. Thank you, Lester. Ow. Love it. There's perfectly good scaffolding here, and what did I do? Jump off of it. I may have to rethink the height of this. Whoops. It's not too bad. I can live with that. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have I been doing 5 or 7? Ow. 5. Okay. So I've got my 5. So I need to go. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. So now we need 1 there. I need to be on top of this. You feel bullied. I'm sorry, CB. But it's less bullying and more blatantly obvious. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we are. 1, 2, and here, and this is the one bit that's a problem with working in this area. Rain. Ow. Yep, rain is snur. 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 No. Yes, fluffy white bull guano. And watch as I build down into my face. There. I have no idea what this looks like because it's hidden behind huge amounts of snow clouds. Or snow flurries. Okay, that's going to look cool. There will have to be all sorts of efforts to basically make this a lot... I will probably end up putting half slabs on a lot of this so that snow doesn't just build up on it all. But I think that gives me the shape of what I want for this entrance. So that's one entrance to this building area. The next one is... So, actually, let's do this with my main account. So, up here, we have this area that I've been looking at. But the reason why this area is here is because we have this. We've got this lovely cave that runs through the mountain. And we can probably do something here which looks really cool on this side of the mountain. And then it comes through the mountain here and out this side as well. This was the other reason why I picked this mountain. This cave, straight through the top. because I looked at all of this and was like, okay, if we've got this cave that runs straight through the top of the mountain, I'm going to do something with this. It's also got a couple of side caves here and here. Nothing major, but what I think we're going to end up doing is I might end up making the ice quite a prominent feature of the walls of the interior of the library. There will probably be frozen walls. So yeah, there's probably going to be frozen walls and bookcases on them, in them, and hey, Kibo, and all sorts of bits around it. But that means having a think about the shape of this building. And this one, I had started plotting this out, and you know what? I don't like it. So, I mean, I sort of like it, but I don't like it simultaneously. If that fails to make any sense, you've probably not been paying enough attention to just how completely insane I am. So, now this area I know is more dangerous to work in, because large portions of this side of the hill are murder snow. I believe that there's most of this is murder snow. In fact, that section down there, that whole plateau is murder snow. So I can't take a step back as easily on this side to look at it and think about what I want to do. Got leather boots. Surprisingly, Landstrad, no. However, I really should make myself a pair. That's what the camera count is for. The camera count is generally for that sort of thing, but actually, I've also just remembered I have enough boot. Yeah, I was just thinking that, Raven. I'm fairly sure I have 4 leather. Let's make myself safe. Oh goodness, the Flying Scotsman's down to nothing. That's ages away. Whoops, I did not mean to take those out. A wild Roselia has appeared. Can I sleep now and get rid of this snow? I've just noticed something on the cam account. We have neighbours. Neighbours. Everybody murders neighbours when they need to murder someone. Everybody needs to murder. The tall chest, were they actually leather boots though, Shadow? I thought they were just things like netherite and diamond. Let's bring this cam account back and then have a quick look. Which one? The one here. Couldn't tell. There's caverns all over this place. There's one here next to the Gordons. Ah. Yeah, this one. Somebody, do the Gordons have a pet baby goat? Oh, that's what baby goats look like. Oh, isn't that adorable? And the interesting thing is, Snow Bunny. And they've got their own iron golem. And there's also this cavern as well. Now that's a cavern. The other thing is, I have a feeling, if I check my map. Oh no, actually no, that might not be far off. If I remember rightly, Holy Dripstone, Batman. Yes. Over here, if we let the world load. Like Minecraft. I know Bobby is asking for 1,000 chunks. Bobby, would you mind not asking for 3,000 chunks? And I would ask for 3,000 chunks, and I would ask for 3,000 more. Just to display everything Scotsman wants to show off when he's building more. Yada yada. Way more dripstone cave. All over the place. This whole landscape is riddled with dripstone caves. But I think it's this cliff. Also, how the heck is that not freezing over? One of these hillsides... One of these hillsides has 42 goats on it. That wasn't what I was thinking of. But that's a lot of goat. I think it's this hill. Is it just along from here? This is what happens when you ask for 40-odd thousand. Because, of course, yes, the source is not exposed to the sky, therefore it won't freeze. Duh. Thank you. One of these areas, there's an enormous cave system that is exposed to the air. And it happens to be immediately over the deep dark that we found my one set of Swift Sneak in. I'm fairly sure it's in this. Aha! Is that it? That might be it. This has the feel of being the section I was looking for. I also have a feeling that this is slightly off to the edge of the world compared to where I was thinking it was. Yep, that's the one. How about this for a cave? And if I remember rightly, somewhere down here is the actual deep dark city, but apparently not this section. I think it's more off to the west. Am I looking west here? That's south. That's west. It is one of those, how much world is there? Look at this. This whole area of landscape is absolutely riddled with caves of death. And look at this. Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting to see one of those. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's brutal. That's not what I was expecting to see here, though. I was expecting to see an ancient city. I was not That's just cruel. A trial chamber that is right next to active shriekers. And that's not a small one. Oh my goodness, look at this one. Look at that room. Shot at by skellies and then murdered by a warden. Yeah. I didn't know some of these had that in it. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, won't you wonder why I'm not in heck? It's all gone quite crazy, and I don't like it yet. But, if I remember rightly, one of these sections, when you get to the surface, is just massive dripstone cave that's exposed to the open air. And I've lost it, so I don't know where it is. And I don't mean the one that we dropped down in through. Ah, hold on. Is this it? No. Ah, yes. Might be. There's a lot of these, just oh no, found it. That's not a rendering fault. That's a dripstone cave that's lost its roof. In the side of a mountain. Spiky death. This has been here for 3 different updates. A dripstone caldera, yes. We saw this about a year ago, and this has been on my mind as a thing to come back to at some point. Because we saw this over a year ago, and I just looked at it and went, holy caves, Batman! Because this, now I remember it, it was west of that. Right about here should be where the ancient city is. Well, it was. More deep dark. More deep dark. Much, much more deep dark. No city. Okay. Apparently I'm wrong again. What level are we at? Minus 48. Yeah. It's in this vicinity, though. But, yeah. All of this basically just has me going, This whole area of world is riddled with nope and awesome simultaneously. And that trial chamber is about the size of the one that is right next to Castle Gordenstein. Except the one next to Castle Gordenstein isn't infested. That one is just like 11 types of nope. That one is just 11 types of no in a single trial chamber. And it's immediately below so much dripstone cave that Minecraft just takes one look at the world and goes, I'm not sure I want to render this. Oh, and yeah. Who in their right minds puts a village next to this? So yes, all of this has been in the back of my mind as an area that might have to be built at a future year. Can you imagine a dripstone city in this cave? If I turn off the gamma, you can see how much of this is actually exposed to the open air. It's almost all of it. Right. We've gotten very distracted there. I'm now curious. We did actually look immediately under this, didn't we? The death of Scotsman, if that actually happens. Yes. Probably repeatedly. We did look straight down here, didn't we? And we found just a lot of cave. And more cave. And so much more cave. That's alright. At least we're not trying to build over the top of a deep dark. Oh, look. Didn't spot that earlier. And so many things. I'm not entirely convinced I know why I have this habit of picking areas like this to build in that are just riddled with mayhem in Potentia. Except for the fact that, well, it's me. Mayhem in Potentia is my build style. My entire world is riddled with mayhem. Thus proving today's stream title is entirely accurate. I do not have ducks, I do not have a row, I have squirrels, and there is a rave with lightsabers. And does anyone need a young goose? Apparently I do. Right. I did not like the shape that I had here already. But that said, this shape is very close to what we've just built. Hello, Aldi. Welcome in. Happy Friday. You've just missed us going, oh my goodness, at a large amount of ridiculous cave generation from Minecraft. But yes, we are here instead. This is the area that I was thinking of doing as a giant circle for a gate. Or at least a giant circle and then an actual gate below it, perhaps. Excuse me, goat. Would you mind not jumping up and down like that? You're distracting me. So let's have a think. How wide is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15... I could probably get away with 15. So if we're saying 15, let's take off 1 for each end. That gives me 13. Oops, I didn't mean to put that block there. So that's 13. If we go 11 as a circle size... where's plots? There we are. Ellipse. I want 11 by 11. Okay. Really? It's just 5 on each side. That's going to be a bit boring. 5, 2... Where's my midpoint? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here. That's my midpoint. So, really? 20 minutes already? No. You can see why I thought that a stream showing the sort of thinking that is starting to go on in the background was a bit surreal. 2. There. There. Have I got enough stone for this? Yes, I have. That's alright. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. 1. 1. 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we need to get back down onto the ring. Yeah. Let's try that again with less spleef. Wasn't there a goat in there a minute ago? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. 1. Yes. Oh, well done, Nuska. Right. Ooh. Oh. Oh. I think we can have fun with this. I might have done this too low, however. So let's have a think. I like that. So I like that. I'd like it to be several blocks higher, typically. But let's have a think. How big did I make the arch for this entrance? Yeah. Yeah. I'm wondering if it would be interesting to have it so that it looks like this entrance is buried in the frozen ice. I'm also wondering how it would look if I actually did it the right shape. Scott, if you're going to build something, would you mind at least being capable of not having it completely asymmetric? Right, hold on. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 across the middle. Let's try this again. Is that my midpoint? That's my midpoint. So, we have a midpoint of here. Hey, I managed to put it in the right place. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9. 5, 7, 9. Here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here. So that would be the... this is way too low. And this is why we plot. I seriously look forward to the day when I actually turn around and start building this, as opposed to just trying to sketch. Because something tells me when we start building this, this is going to be a ridiculous build. If only for the fact that we need to put in at least 200 odd bookcases. We're, what, 260? Let's go to about that height. 2, 1. Yeah, excellent. Yep. 262. Hello. Welcome back, Elkhorn. That's 160. 2. This is not Gordonstein. No. Welcome to the Frozen Archives, Elkhorn. Okay. This is going to be the quote library. Yes. Yeah, this is the very, very beginnings of them. This is plotting out world landscape and sections of design. So that I can then go away and spend a couple of months redoing the... I think I found some murder snow. I think I just found some murder snow. How do I know I found the murder snow? The achievement just told me. Told you this place was riddled with it. Oh dear. Okay, so what I need to do is actually move that circle up by probably twice its height. Or at least the entirety of its height. Let's see. I'd like to keep it at this depth. Is Murder Snow the goat? Now that's a thought, Nuska. Perhaps we should name a goat Murder Snow. You know what? The top of this circle feels like it's the right place for the bottom of the circle. How did I end up with blocks spread to the 7 winds? You know what? I'm just going to place a pile of scaffolding here. Oh goodness, we are... because ice. Yeah, that makes sense. We're actually really rather closer than I was expecting to wrapping up point. Which is almost annoying. Before anyone suggests it, no, this is not going to be a 3-hour stream. Almost time for your team lunch for the month. Oh, awesome. Well, I say that. I hope it is. Gigs? Nearly missed that. They're generally fun. That's good. So this section of building really gives us the option to go big or go home with the circle motif. Oh look, I've drawn a stick figure. I've drawn a stick figure in the mountain. That wasn't intentional. Whoever was playing Hangman, we've failed to find the word. That wasn't intentional. That really wasn't intentional. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 3 away from there? No, it's 2 away from there. Ow. Cern Giant. That would be if I made it out of chalk, wouldn't it? I'm going to accept that drop. Okay, and then we go up from here until we run out of that. Great. Now I've made a stick figure with a walking frame. I'm not sure if that makes it a picture of me or Elkhorn. Chalk or polished diorite? Yeah. 183, 184. I've gone too high. And then we start to bring back in that motif that we have for the shaping. then we run out of stone. But equally, we've pretty much nearly run out of time. So let's see how much of this we can get done in the next 2 minutes. And then we will consider ourselves at wrapping up point, unfortunately. Yeah. What will likely happen is... Whoops. You won't see much of this build for a good few months. Mostly due to Castle Gordonstone. And then we will come back here and it'll all go crazy. And I completely missed. And it's getting dark anyway. Or we might do this, like, once a week. I don't know. We will have to see. Yeah. I'll come back to this and have no memory of the place. You say that, but I picked this hillside close to 6 months ago. Right, how wide is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hillside. Oh no! That's awful, Raven. Guess we'll be up to the 500 plus quote library when we get there. Nusker, I wish you weren't right. But there's every possibility. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There. And let's put that in. And collect my scaffolding. And then go to Pretty's mode and see what mayhem we have wrought. That's the other reason why this area is just freaking massive. Because I strongly suspect that this quote library is going to have to be insanely huge. And that, as a as a gateway leading into a cliff, is going to look absolutely awesome. And I plan on putting 2 more pillars either side of it, going way further up. Or maybe just 1. I don't know. I quite like the idea of having just 1 like we did here. That looks awesome. And if you can think about it, you'll be coming up a road sort of here and seeing that in the hillside. Except it won't be in stone. It's going to be in deep slate. So we're going black on this. It's very, very much going to have a totally different feel when we move into the deep slates. But I didn't bring like 18 tons of deep slate with me because I want to just shape this. And I've got stone here, and I can get more stone as I build it, as I dig all of this out. And it felt like it made more sense. But I will also be bringing back an awful lot of the ice as we go along. Yeah. Okay, I think we will go with 1 tower, left-hand side, and the right-hand side will just be possibly a platform. Oh yeah. So we keep this area, possibly with a turn that into a platform. And this one will turn into a tower in the right sort of style, but we'll probably bring it way up to about this sort of height. I think we might have to carry on tinkering next week. Just for ideas. But you now have an idea of where I'm starting to go with my thinking in the background. I don't just... yeah. As always, I have like 11 builds that I'm plotting. Because this isn't even the big build at Jurassic World. This just happens to be the one that's going through my mind at the moment. However, we have now, unfortunately, reached that point on a Friday where I do have to wrap up. So, I would like to say thank you to everyone for joining me this evening and joining me this week. It has been absolutely fantastic being able to bring you here and see some of the side bits that have been going on where we're trying to actually build towards some of the future builds. I hope everyone has a good time zone, and I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. I will be back again on Monday at my usual time of 2.5 hours previously to now. Whether or not we'll be here or whether or not we'll be at Castle Gordonstein or Gordonstein Ward depends entirely on what the squirrels feel like. I hope everyone has a good weekend, and take care, and I will see you all again soon. Bye-bye.